From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning of Mornings LALATE as your $1,400 third stimulus check continues to land in your bank account, but that fourth stimulus check, the fourth stimulus monthly check update of 2021, today takes an interesting twist. Oh boy. As Representative Richard Neal, the head of the Ways and Means Committee, reportedly tells the White House he's not writing the bill the way the president wants it written, when he writes it by recon. OMG. In this recording, I'm going to go over what is happening with those congressional leaders, because I remember I told you when we talk about the fourth stimulus check update of 2021 that Congress writes the bill, and they're already telling the president, we're not writing it the way you want it written. And it goes to the issue of the child care tax credit and the child care credit, the big items that the president wants to make permanent. I'll go over all the breaking details happening minutes ago. Then Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary, just spoke and said something about interest rates, and Wall Street is reacting vigorously to the news. I'll tell you what's going on. Meantime, Goldman Sachs, New York Stock Exchange, and JP Morgan signal major changes to work by home because of the pandemic. You're going to be surprised what the announcement is. I have the details happening seconds ago. And then refunds are starting to go out. Those refunds for your $10,200 of taxes that you paid on your unemployment. I'll explain what you're getting, when you're getting it, and why there's two phases. And if you're a member, you've already seen the incredible details. It's a big morning. I'm excited you're here. Let's get to it. This is Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. The toast is toast and the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, with your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 in this recording, your fifth stimulus check update of 2021, and the surprising details about what's happening in your bank account this week for the third stimulus check. How are you? If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're new to this channel, let me tell you what you're tuning into. The most comprehensive, the most accurate, the most 24-hour, 7 days a week reporting financial news channel on the planet, delivering interactivity and a lot of fun along the way. So subscribe. Also, like this video. Let's try to do 3,000 likes. Thank you for the people who tuned in to Early Mornings LALATE. That show is now almost trending. So if you missed that show, go watch it. It's now on the channel. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and in the pinned comment. All right, let's get right to that fourth stimulus check, that monthly stimulus check, which got a fascinating twist minutes ago. That fascinating twist is not about the amount. It's not about the routing time. It's not about whether you're getting it or not getting it. It's rather how it's going to be paid for. And it includes not just the fourth stimulus check, but also the fifth stimulus check. If you've been a viewer of this channel for the last few weeks, you have understood that the fourth stimulus check is the single biggest payout you're ever going to see in the history of this channel, and it starts in July. It's a monthly stimulus check that the House members and the senators both want to give you starting in the month of July. House members want to give it to you for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. Senators want to give it to you till December. The senators are moderates, the House members are progressives, and the House members want to give you $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter, every month thereafter. Senators, the amount is unknown, but word on the street is they want to give you this. Word on the street is senators want to give you this. $2,000 a month over 6 months, $12,000. Or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. This is incredibly good news. Now, what are the major twists happening today, and how do you get this check, and when would you get the check? Let me go over all the details happening right now. So you would get the check starting in the month of July. This would be a monthly stimulus check that would start in the month of July and continue for the remainder of the year if you're looking at the Senate program. Then if you're looking at the House program, it would continue a little bit longer. When would the first check go out? The month of September, the month of July, for the month of July. Who gets it? Everyone got the third stimulus. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, this is you. If you make less than $75,000, this is you. Married couple, $150,000, this is you. If you're looking at that check amount from before, you would take that and double it for a married couple, quadruple it for a family of four. Very easy breezy. So what happened with Richard Neal, the head of the Ways and Means Committee, the Democrats, today? Wow, what a shocker. He basically told the White House what I said to you yesterday, which is he writes the bill, the big major part of the bill, or at least his subcommittee, House Ways and Means, writes the major part of the substantive bill for the fourth stimulus and for the fifth stimulus. And guess what he said? I agree with what the White House wants to do. I agree with the money, but I don't agree with the pay-fors. Oh boy. So let's look at those pay-fors. Fourth stimulus will be paid for with raising the corporate tax rate, and fifth stimulus will be paid for by raising the capital gains and the personal tax. This is the part that Richard Neal doesn't agree with. He is not coming out against the stimulus checks. He's not coming out against SSI reform. He's coming out against the way you pay for it. I love it. I told you this is why you start recon, because Congress writes the bills, not the president. The president can propose what he wants, but he ain't going to write the bills. So the fourth stimulus check bill would be written in the month of May and finish in July. It goes by a reconciliation process, which is a process that describes a two-step event. 2 bills, 2 months, 2 steps. Step 1, a procedural bill. You agree to do a recon. Vote, done. House, done. Off to the Senate. Vote, done. Off to the president, done. So then you go back and you write the substantive bill. That is where the Richard Neal's House Ways and Means Committees of the world become very important. That is where they put in the substantive bill. The president wants infrastructure, climate, and roads, and beautiful, all the things. I got it. Good. That's when they add in the stimulus checks. If they do not add them in there, then the senators add it in during the vote-a-rama, the final 2 days when the bill is in Congress. And that is those final 2 days before the July 4th weekend. There you go. A series of YouTubers have been absolutely funneling false information left and right, and I've been getting their viewers, leaving them and coming over here and asking me questions, and now I know why I'm getting these questions. Viewers have been asking me, a lot of viewers have been asking me, so when are we getting that stimulus check in May? Not. There is no stimulus check in May. When am I getting that stimulus check in June? There is none. And now I know why I'm getting these questions, not just a few times, a lot of times, because some people have been saying, just passed, fourth stimulus, just passed. Nothing passed. Fourth stimulus hasn't even started. It's a reconciliation process that starts in the month of May and ends in the month of July. So I'm sorry if you're getting those. I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad you left those other channels. But boy, a lot of confusion hitting across the board. Also, the confusion is about the amount of the check. As you saw earlier in this recording, the House members propose $1,000 after the first month. We, in fact, have the actual bill of it. And then the senators, they have not put in writing their amount of check. Here's what the House members propose. So the House members propose the first month is $2,000 and then $1,000 for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. One YouTuber is saying that this House proposal is just to December. No. We can all read, folks. Apparently he can. So it's from now to the end of the pandemic plus 1 year. And then another YouTuber is telling people that everyone is getting exactly $2,000. And if he doesn't point at the number $2,000 7 times a day, then he's not content. No one has confirmed the $2,000 number. Again, you would only see that $2,000 number when they get to recon those final 2 days in the Senate. That would happen in the month of July. Okay, so now what is also happening this morning is surprising news across the board. I'll go over more of what's in the fourth stimulus in just a second, and what's more about what's in the fifth stimulus. Guess what? There is money for single people. There is money for seniors. There's a lot of money for a lot of people in the fifth stimulus. And guess what also is exciting is there's a lot of money going live this week from third stimulus. I'll be covering that shortly in this video. Stay to the very end. But first, let me tell you the other major breaking financial news happening minutes ago. First, your Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, just spoke to press and said that interest rates may continue to grow, but that is because of stimulus spending. Yellen said during an economic seminar at the Atlantic Tuesday, midday today, on the East Coast, it may be that interest rates will have to rise somewhat to make sure that economy doesn't overheat. Even though additional spending is relatively small to the size of the economy, it could cause some very modest increases in interest rates. But these are investments in our economy that need to be competitive and productive. Not unusual, if you tuned into me yesterday, Warren Buffett from the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting on Saturday here in Los Angeles, he said that he thought that interest rates could continue to rise. People are raising prices and it's just going on. The costs are going up, steels are going up. So this is what's going on. Remember, if you stay to the end of this video, you can see that the SSI reform under fifth stimulus will tie your benefits to inflation. So this is good. Meantime, what's also happening? Boy, 1, 2, 3, just like domino effect. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and the New York Stock Exchange all made major announcements minutes ago about getting back to work. And I'm just shocked. So Goldman Sachs, CEO David Solomon said, we have asked those who have not yet returned to the office to make plans to be in the office by Monday, June 14th. Done. No remote working at Goldman Sachs effective June 14th. It's done. We've known from this experience that our culture of collaboration and apprenticeships thrives on people in person. There we go. That is number one. Number two, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, says he's sick of Zoom. He says, I am so sick of Zoom, I can't stand it. So he is ordering all 50% of his workers back to the office by July. And then finally, the New York Stock Exchange, which is where you see the broadcast news reporters report on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Guess what? Beginning Monday, the floor will be open for people who are vaccinated, and they will not have to remove masks, but must stay 6 feet apart. Wow, no masks, but are fully vaccinated. It'll be a fully vaccinated floor of the New York Stock Exchange, and away we go. Really exciting, big news. Also big exciting news is that IRS refunds are going out starting today. It's phase one. Phase one? Yep, you're hearing it for the first time on this channel. And guess what? If you woke up early this morning, you saw the memo from me as a member. I sent it out to the members. A very long, detailed statement from IRS on how they're doing this. If you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and in the pinned comment. So the way the IRS is doing it is it's issuing the refunds in 2 phases. This is for the taxes you paid on the $10,200. Phase one is for single single filers, and phase two will be married couples who file for joint tax returns. It's not particularly clear if that also includes where only one of the spouses is on unemployment. Now let's go over how this works, because I've been getting a lot of questions about this, and I've been trying my best to answer them and help you understand who's getting what and what's getting who. First, this is for people who filed a 2020 tax return already and paid taxes on their first $10,200 of unemployments from 2021. You're getting a refund. This is not people who have not filed a tax return. And let me explain those people. First, if you've not filed a tax return and did not take out for taxes, then this is going to be an easy situation you do when you go through that tax return. If you've not filed a tax return, but you did take out for federal taxes when you got your weekly benefits, you're going to have to file a 2020 return and request those benefits back. So what I'm referring to is only people who filed a 2020 return already and paid taxes on that $10,000 on that first $10,200 of federal unemployment tax, unemployment benefits. What are you getting back? You're getting back the tax amount that you paid only on the unemployment. So let's say you made $9,000 of unemployment. You paid federal taxes of $5,000, of which $1,000 of it was the taxes on the unemployment. You're getting $1,000 back. That's what you're getting. Phase 1 starting today for single individuals. Phase 2 starting later this month. We don't know the exact day. So that is third stimulus. What else is going live? Really exciting, big money coming live. Rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage assistance, mortgage payments, homeowners utility, all going live under the third stimulus package. Wow, wow, wow. Now, this is not the second one. So this is not the second stimulus package. I know that was there and it's ran out of money. This is the third. It's landing this week. So go get it. Just going live is the shuttered venue grant at sba.gov. Go get it. It's not just for venues. And the restaurant grant just went live at sba.gov. Go get it. And meantime, I'm watching, and you are as well, because we're a Purple Hawk. Hawk, hawk. We pounce as soon as something goes live. The EIDL grant of $5,000, we're waiting for that to go live. I have a gut reaction that's going to go live this week. So let's watch for that one. So that is the excitement of all that third stimulus money landing. Let's cut back now to the fourth stimulus package, that monthly stimulus check. And while they're putting the monthly stimulus check in there, what have they yet to talk about putting in there? No bueno. I'm going to go over what they have not mentioned about putting into fourth stimulus yet so far. First, let's go over that big money for fourth stimulus. If you're just joining me in this live recording direct from Los Angeles, remember the House members want to pay you a stimulus check for every month that remains of this pandemic plus 1 year. The senators, however, want to pay you a shorter duration. They want to pay you to December. And then the amount, word on the street says that the senators will pay you $2,000 over 6 months, $12,000, or $1,400 over 6 months, $8,400. Well, what is not in the fourth stimulus package currently, people? 3 major items, and you're going to be shocked why they aren't in there, and you're going to be shocked that they're set to expire. Yes, set to expire. I'll have all those details and more coming up after the commercial break. Stay with me. I'll be back in 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues in 2 hours from now with Noontime LA. I am back in 2 hours from now, live on this channel. I can't wait to see you. That's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subtract 3 hours for the West Coast. Then 2 hours after that is Afternoons LA. That is our Q&A show in which I answer your questions live on air. You know what may happen. Anything may happen. It's a full financial news. I'm covering financial news across the board, from Wall Street to Main Street. You never know may happen. Wall Street's trading down today, so we can see a lot of volatility. Meantime, then we go into our evening shows. Afternoons L8 kicks it up this afternoon, and then evenings L8, and then LA Late Night. How are ya? What a big day it is. Mornings L8. I'm loving the love in the room. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have subscribed just recently and you're a new face, say, hi, I'm a newbie, or I'm a new face, or I'm new here, I'm a new subscriber. And then if you see that new subscriber, especially in the live chat, say, hi, welcome. Nice to have you part of this community. I want this community the envy of everywhere else. I want this to be known as the community where people invite people are welcoming, and people are kind and considerate. Also, like this video. 2,000-3,000 likes. It really helps in the algorithm ranking. Queen Sandy's doing a very good job. I see there's about 7,000 people in the room at the moment, so let's keep it going. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. So, wow. It is really shocking that fourth stimulus has a lot of stuff expiring. And I say this with the strange notion of, where's the press secretary? Where is the press secretary? There has been no press briefings from this White House for, 3 days, 4 days. The White House has had no press briefings except the president making tours for the fourth and fifth stimulus package. And Dr. Walensky has barely released any videos. So I don't know what's going on with this White House the last few days. But what I want you to know is that fourth stimulus will start recon right away. And when it starts recon, you may want to push for the following items. Number one, all the unemployment assistance from the federal government going away. Poof. Number two, all the money from the rent going away. Poof. And all the money from the business grants going away. Poof. Really? Yes. So I want to go over each of them one at a time. PEUC, which gave you an additional weeks of unemployment under the federal government, with the federal government picked up the bill, established by CARES Act 1 into the first stimulus package of last year, expiring. No one has talked about extending it. What's going on here? PUA, the extension of the program that provided unemployment benefits to gig workers, sole practitioners, Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Airbnb, PUA, set to go away. No one's setting to continue it. What's going on? FPUC, the $300 add-on that goes on top of UI and PUA, set to expire. Wow. Now let's go to the next group. All the money that's going live this week for rent and homeowners set to expire after that. That's why it's important to get it right now. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners assistance going away, along with the eviction moratorium and mortgage forbearance. OMG. Now, here's what I need you to know is that word on the street is that they particularly may not want to extend the eviction moratorium or mortgage forbearance because they're saying, hey, we gave you rent and homeowners assistance. Finally, the last one. All the business grants going away. I mean, it's sort of surprising. I may be a little bit out of focus, but I'm sorry if I am. All the business grants, a little bit surprising, going away. As you saw at the top of this recording, the business is starting to reopen. LA County, which has been on lockdown longer than Nancy Pelosi's had the same hairstyle. It seems like we've been locked down, far before this channel ever existed. We have been on lockdown since March of 2020. Now we are set to go into the lowest level of reopening ever since the start of pandemic this Thursday, called the yellow tier. It's incredible. It's incredible. But with that, business is going to start to reopen. What businesses? If the businesses have been lost, then we need to spur new business openings. So all the business grants going away. PPP, EIDL, Shutter Venue Grant, Restaurant Grant, all going away. Wow. It's just surprising. All right, let's go to fifth stimulus. I promised I was going to get to fifth stimulus. Great, incredible news across the board. I'm going to do two things on fifth stimulus. First, I'm going to go over the SSI and SSDI reform in the fifth stimulus, and then I'm going to go over all the money for everyone else in the fifth stimulus. So the SSI and SSDI reform, let me broadly explain what it is, and then I'll go over the specifics. It increases your benefit limits, adds your asset limits, raises your asset limits, adds in an inflationary benchmark, then removes the income exclusion, and then removes the marriage penalty. Fifth stimulus bears the resemblance to fourth stimulus because it's done the same way, also by reconciliation. Instead of May to July, it's September to about November. All right, what are you going to get? First, who's you? SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA, Social Security, and Social Security survivor benefits. Your benefit's going to be raised up to a big new number. That is done, to a new number. Then they're going to tie the new number to a new benchmark. You heard it early in this broadcast, inflation. If inflation goes through the roof, your benefits are going through the roof. Next, they're going to remove the asset cap that some of you have. It dates back to a 1904 law that you can't keep more than $3,000 on hand. They're getting rid of that. Fourth, they're removing the income cap, which some of you really hate, and I hate it as well. So if you do want to work, you don't have to, but if you do want to work, they're going to remove the income cap and allow you to work $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $12,000 a year, $24,000 a year. They'll allow you to work and still get that income and still stay on benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty. If you've been a victim of the marriage penalty, you know what it is. Or if you're facing the marriage penalty because you're about to get married, you know what's looming. They're getting rid of it permanently for everyone. Now, when we talk about this SSI reform, it's important to understand a couple things. One, they are not improving this to hurt something else. So they're not going to raise this to hurt Medicare or disqualify you for SNAP or anything else. That they're not doing that. Also, this is a separate item. This is not in replacement of stimulus checks. This is in addition to the stimulus checks I covered already in this broadcast. All right, so then let's go to the other big money in the fifth stimulus package across the board. The fifth stimulus package is incredible, but it also has a very bad name. It has the name of the family plan. And, the president's not very good on naming things. And so people hear that name, they're like, I'm not a family, I'm single. I don't get anything. Yeah, you do. What? So, yeah, he's not good on naming things. So let me explain what's in the fifth stimulus package, and it may go a little bit fast. I'll cover more about this tonight on Evenings LA. So let me go over each of them, and I'll tell you who it's for and what it is. First, there is money for childcare. Second, there's money for paid and paid sick leave, which is for single people. So if you have to stay home from work, there is money for that. A lot of money, 12 weeks of it. Then more preschool money, free community college money, increase in the college retention grant, more Pell's grant, and then 2 years of subsidized college if you make less than $125,000. Okay. 90% of that I don't like. I'll tell you why. I love the grants for college students. If you're looking for that $1,700 for a college student under third stimulus, reach out to your financial advisor. But I don't like this, the free money for preschool, for community college, and for the 2 years of college. I'll tell you why. The preschool and the community college says any student. So billionaire students, we're paying taxes to put billionaire students to community college or preschool. No, no, Mr. President. It should be $75,000 or less, single individual, or married couple, $150,000 or less. Then the 2 years of free college, the most expensive college you can name. We're paying for that if the single parent makes six figures. No way. If the parent makes six figures, you pay for your own college. If it's a married couple, $150,000, $1,000 or less, yeah, then we pay for it. $75,000 or less, then we'll pay for it. This is the same as a stimulus check. Then more money for SNAP. So this is for my seniors. This is my single sweet people, everyone. Then more money for those insurance premiums that were lowered by the third stimulus. This is great news as well. That's my seniors. That's my single individuals. This is everyone. And then making the earned income tax credit permanent. That's my single workers, my essential workers, my hazard pay workers. Let me explain what it is. Under third stimulus, they took the law and they said we're going to make it. They said we're going to raise it up. So it's $1,504 if you work as essential worker, hazard pay, make less than $25,000, and you're 19 years older. The year 2020 will give you a $1,504 tax credit that you'll use for the 2021 tax return. So they want to make that permanent. Good start. I don't like it. It's not enough. So I've had enough viewers say to me in private, why are they cutting me out? I made $27,000, I made $28,000. So they need to raise the eligibility and raise the amount. More money and bigger eligibility. Then the child care tax credit is good, but it's too cheap. It should be bigger. And then finally, the child credit. I don't think there's a single viewer that likes this. And I really wonder who's supporting this. The concept is providing $24,000 to a child less than 17 years of age over 6 years from this president. It's an insane amount of money. They ain't giving people who work $24,000. They ain't giving seniors $24,000. They're giving new kids out of the womb $24,000 over 6 years. Ridiculous. But what makes it more ridiculous is that Richard Neal guy, yeah, him again, he wants to make it much longer. He wants to make it 17 years. He wants to give them $84,000. He wants to give them $4,000 a year over 17 years. He ain't giving us $4,000 a year over 17 years. Why is he giving a new baby coming out of the womb that? Ridiculous. And then here's the other thing that you need to know, which is ironic now that I brought up Richard Neal again. You saw at the early part of this recording that Richard Neal is not agreeing to pay for the stimulus package the way the president wants to pay for it. Well, guess what? I don't agree. I agree with Richard Neal about this. Why? The capital gains rate and the personal tax rate is not keeping the president's promise. He said he was only going to touch people's taxes if you made more than $400,000 an individual. Well, guess what he's going to do? He's going to touch it if you make $300,000 an individual. Oh, no way. So the married couples, what he's doing is he's saying, oh, two people, married couple. Is it 400, 800,000? No, this Mr. President is doing 300, 600,000. That's 300,000 a person. It should be 800,000 for a married couple. We can do the math. And remember, corporate tax rate is how they pay for the fourth stimulus. Meantime, coming up in 2 hours from now, I go more into depth about what is not in the fifth stimulus, what needs to be modified, where the fifth stimulus is sort of on point and where it's not on point. I also go over fourth stimulus and the big monies that are in there, including those monthly stimulus checks, but what else has to be put in there. And we'll get the latest data from Wall Street across the board. It's a big morning as the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here. Let's see what's going on Wall Street right now on a big day. Currently, if you look at Wall Street, the Dow is down about 1%. The S&P is down 1.5 percentage. NASDAQ is really taking a hit today, folks. It's down 3% or nearly 400 points. It's down 400 points, the NASDAQ. And that is as tech is slumping it. NASDAQ is off to a very big drop, nearly 2.5% as tech is taking a big slide. And this is amid other concerns about where this economy is going. Meantime, let me tell you about crypto. Ethereum, when I went on air, was up. It's now down 1.5%, actually 1.3%. Bitcoin is taking a dive. It's down 7% just at the moment. And Dogecoin is up 30% to a record 50 cents. Meantime, XPR is down 13% as well. Very volatile day. And while the toast is toast and the butter is buttering, I'm here, you're here. Let's make sure we get it together as a family. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I want you part of this community. I want this community to grow and get bigger and get larger. We're just 1 year and a few days, 400,000 subscribers. No one has ever done that in 1 year. Let's do it. Get to 400,000 subscribers. Subscribe to this channel and be part of the most interactive and the most fun and inviting community. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. I'll see you back in 2 hours from now with noontime LA. And then we go into our afternoons LA show, which is 2 hours after that. Bring your questions for afternoons LA. Stay informed, stay focused, keep on smiling, and stay with LA for more.